Here we have our finished truffle. Welcome to our test kitchen here at Poco Confections in San Francisco. I'm Kathy Wiley.
And my name is Juan Carlos. Today we will be showing you how to make a simple ganache you can make at home. There are different ways to make a ganache. You can make it as a glaze, as a filler, or in this case we're going to make it into a truffle.
You can see the ingredients that we have here, and all of our utensils are things that you can find in your local grocery store. Juan Carlos is now pouring the cream so that we can bring it to a simmer. Our master recipe for the truffle ganache is 10 ounces of chocolate to 5 ounces of cream. Today we're going to infuse our cream with a tea, Lapsang Souchong tea from China. It's actually kind of a smoky flavor, so that'll be kind of fun. But you can also use any ingredients you want to play around with it if you like a certain jam or spices. So we're bringing this up just under a boil, just a little simmer. You don't want this to boil. And then as you can see, we have chopped up our chocolate into fine pieces here. That's going to help it melt consistently. Once we get it to temperature, we're going to go ahead and strain that out so that the tea leaves aren't actually in the ganache. The heat here from the cream is what's going to melt that ganache. What you want to do here is just kind of take your time and really fold that together. You're going to start seeing the milk starts getting a little more brown, then you're going to see the chocolate come together. You'll see all the little pieces melt. Your goal here is to really incorporate it all together, and you're essentially making an emulsion. You can see here it's starting to come together, how quick that is and how easy. And it just looks velvety and silk. Our next step is to actually pour this into a tray or a small pan. That is just beautiful. So we're just spreading it out. It'll cool a little bit faster. And at this point, we're not too worried about the format because once it sets up, we can play with it to make whatever format we'd like. We now have our formed and solidified truffle ganache, and we've gone ahead and cut it into squares, although you can also scoop it with a melon baller or a spoon and form it into a round truffle. It's really your call. You can see Juan Carlos is hand dipping. He's using dipping forks, but again, you could use a regular dinner fork for this. It's going directly into a cocoa powder. And we're going to let it set there for a second to just let the chocolate shell, harden. And the reason it's called truffle is that the format, once we pull it out of here, you can see it. The format of this is said to resemble a truffle a savory truffle. And the loose format of it with the cocoa powder on it, you can see does look like a little truffle directly out of the ground. Cocoa powder simulates the dirt. Thank you very much for joining us at the test kitchen here at Poco Confections.